Hello students. So in this video we are going to discuss about the lymphoid organ. Okay, that is the immune system which is carried out by the process of the organ which is responsible for the immune systems are called lymphoid organs. So let us proceed now. Immune system. Immune system in the body, the human immune system includes lymphoid organ, tissue, cells and soluble molecules like antibodies. Lymphoid organs are the organs where origin and maturation and proliferation of lymphocytes occur. So these are the lymphoid organ. Here you can see the bone marrow, thymus, spleen, lymph node and Peyer's patches. So these are the lymphoid organ. Whereas bone marrow and thymus are considered to be the primary lymphoid organ and spleen, lymph node and Peyer's patch are considered to be the secondary lymphoid organ. So these are the types of lymphoid organ. Here in bone marrow and spleen, when you take it out, the bone marrow is the place where the production of RBC, that is red blood cells, will be produced in the bone marrow. And when you take the spleen, okay, the spleen is the organ where you can see the RBC cells get destroyed. So the destroy of the RBC cells, red blood cells, which can be seen in the organ spleen. Lymphoid organs. It acts as the site of formation and maturation of lymphocytes. Primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ are the types of lymphoid organ. Where lymphocytes are produced and matured, that is a primary lymphoid organ. Example, bone marrow and thymus. Secondary lymphoid organ, where the lymphocytes fight with antigens. Example, spleen, lymph node, tonsil, Peyer's patches, mucosal associated lymphocyte tissue. So in short we call it MALT. Okay, so this will be the very important abbreviation in this chapter. Mucosal associated lymphocyte tissue. So that is MALT. MALT. So this will be the diagrammatic view of lymphoid organs. So this on your left hand side you can see the thymus and bone marrow, which is considered to be the primary organ. On the right hand side you can see the secondary organs, adenoid, tonsil, lymph node, spleen, Peyer's patches, appendix, lymph nodes. So in this diagrammatic view you can refer the diagram for primary lymphoid organ and the secondary lymphoid organ. Lymphoid organs in the human body include spleen, lymph nodes, bone marrow, thymus and lymph tissue. So first we discuss about what is lymph node. These are small bean-shaped structure which produce and store the cells specialized in fighting infection. So they are a part of the lymphatic system. Lymph nodes have lymph. When the body is in the process of fighting an infection, they are enlarged and sore. Bone marrow. The center of some bones, like the hip bone, thigh bone, has a yellow tissue that produces white blood cells and red blood cells. The spongy tissue inside these bones has the stem cells. It is the main lymphoid organ which produces the blood cells, including the lymphocytes. In the bone marrow, the immature lymphocytes differentiated into antigen sensitive lymphocytes. So these are the normal bone marrow conversation where you can see from the infant to the adult. So the first is a diagrammatic view of infant, and next will be the childhood, like 1 to 10 years of child who have the bone marrow looks like that. Adolescent at the age 10 to 20 years, the bone marrow will be look like this, and adult 25 years, the bone marrow is well developed and you can look like this in this picture. Thymus. So thymus is also the primary lymphoid organ. This is the organ where the T cells mature. The thymus gland located behind your sternum and between your lungs and is only active until puberty. After puberty, the thymus starts to slowly shrink and become replaced by fat. Thymosin is the hormone of the thymus and it stimulates the development of disease-fighting T cells. The thymus gland will not function throughout a full lifetime, but it has a big responsibility when it is active, helping the body protect itself against autoimmunity, which occurs when the immune system turns against itself. Therefore, the thymus plays a vital role in the lymphatic system, that is your body defense network, and the endocrine system. So next we study the lymphoid organ is spleen. It is the largest lymphatic organ in the body. It has white blood cells that fight infection. The spleen is an organ that also disposes of old damaged blood cells. Okay, where the RBC, the red blood cells, were destroyed in the spleen organ. Lymphoid tissue. The lining of major tract such as the respiratory, digestive and urogenetical tract have lymphoid tissues called mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Okay, MALT. I repeat the point. The lining of major tract such as the respiratory, digestive and urogenital tract have lymphoid tissue called mucosa associated lymphoid tissues. Now we discuss brief about antibodies, structure of antibody. The primary and secondary immune response are carried out with the help of two special type of lymphocytes present in our body, that is B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. The B lymphocyte produce an army of protein in response to pathogen into our blood to fight with them. So these protein are called antibodies, where the T cells themselves do not secrete antibodies but help B cells produce them. So here you can see the lymphocytes are of two types. One is B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte, where the B lymphocytes are help in the production of antibody, where the T cells are called helper cells, which can help the B cells to promote the function of antibodies. So what happens? These T cells will go and induce the B cells to produce antibody. So the T cells themselves do not secrete antibodies with the help of B cells to produce them. Each antibody molecule has 4 peptide chain, 2 small called light chain and 2 longer heavy chain. Hence an antibody is represented as H2L2. So different type of antibodies are produced in our body. IgA, IgM, IgE, IgG or some of them. So here you can see the structure of antibody molecules. So this is Y shape looking, okay. So Y shape structure, the antibody structure will be Y shape. So here you can see the antigen binding site at the two ends, okay, two upper end. Here you can see the light chain and down you can see the heavy chain, which is made up of the what? Disulfide bonds. These antibodies are found in the blood and this response is also called humoral immune response. So this is one of the two type of acquired immune response, antibody mediated. So the second type we discussed about cell mediated immune response, that is CMI. The T lymphocytes mediated CMI. So very often when some human organs like heart, eye, liver, kidney fail to function, so the transplantation is only the remedy to enable the patient to live a normal life. So when they need a transplantation of these organs, what happens? They should search a suitable donor. That is, they should be like matching with the blood group. So that organs cannot be taken from anybody just like that. So there should be a proper matching of blood groups. So the graft from any source. So what is graft? So your graft is like replacing any particular part. An animal, another primate or any other human being cannot be made since the graft would be rejected sooner or later. So there will be like tissue matching, blood group matching or the essential before undertaking any graft or transplant. So the other term of graft is transplant. And after this, the patient has to take immunosuppressant all her life. The body is able to differentiate self and non-self, and the cell-mediated immune response is responsible for the graft rejection. Vaccines and your immune system. So vaccines give you immunity to disease without you getting sick first. So they are made using killed or weakened version of the disease causing germ or part of the germs called antigen. For some vaccine, genetic engineering is used to make the antigen used in the vaccine. So it's much safer to get a vaccine than to get the disease it prevents. So when you get a vaccine, your immune system responds to the vaccine that the same way it would the real germ it. So first, it should recognize the germ in the vaccine as being foreign, and it should respond by making antibodies to the germ in the vaccine just as would for the real germ. Remember the germ and how to destroy it. That way, if you are ever exposed to the disease causing germ in the future, your immune system will be able to quickly destroy before it has the chance to make you sick. So this is how you get immunity from vaccines. All about the lymphoid organ. Thank you.